Hi, Christa here, and you and I have an appointment, and this is our space to pause, reflect and talk about what is truly important, about leadership awareness, connection and communication. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and breathe and let's talk. Today we're going to talk about the hidden reasons why high-performing teams lose motivation and trust. Your team does not need another meeting. They need to feel that they are seen and heard. Acknowledgement. So what does that look like? So often when we start seeing the performance drop, we immediately jump into survival mode. Have you noticed that? And I've seen so many, in practice so many times, the anxiety that starts kicking up in teams and to say, okay, we need to have another meeting, pull them all together so that we can get the motivation up. When you start seeing the drop happening, stop thinking about another meeting and actually ask yourself, is my team, do they really feel heard and seen, acknowledged? Those extra efforts that often goes unnoticed, that makes sure that they reach the targets, that they reach the expected tasks. Did I acknowledge them? Because acknowledgement makes them feel that the human behind the production is actually seen. And the moment that we touch on that human factor, often the motivation rises. And I've seen that with one of the companies that I work with. One of the top performing people started disconnecting, started withdrawing. She was still performing, she was still meeting her deadlines, but she was disengaging. And then one day the leader sat and actually did not ask the question about what is happening with your performance? Why are you not doing this? Why do I see less of you in certain of the interactions in the team? But truly sat down and asked her, I've noticed that your energy levels have dropped. Is everything okay? And it was fascinating to see how it shifted in that moment. Her comment, when I spoke to her and asked her, but what shifted? She said, I didn't want to have another conversation where there's feedback required. I just wanted to feel human. And let that sink in. We, as in companies, we have this focus. We're so focused on the outcome. We're so focused on the targets. We're so focused on the progress that we forget that the moving parts are the individuals, are the human parts that needs acknowledgement, that needs motivation, that needs to feel seen. Because when you see the person truly, that's when they feel they can trust you. Trust is built in connection. Trust is not built in performance. Trust is not built on reaching certain deadlines. So let's not for a moment forget. The human behind the role needs to be bigger than the role. It's not the position that needs to be focused on. It's the person that's filling the position. Acknowledgement. The moment that we are really focusing on the human factor, motivation lifts, trust lifts, because you know what, you're seeing me. And that shifts the whole culture, the whole atmosphere. Christa here, please like, subscribe and put your notification bells on. And if this resonated with you, share it with somebody. In the comments below, you can put recommendations of topics you'd like me to talk about. Looking forward to seeing you at our next appointment.